If you're still watching movies on a screen from 2020 that makes everyone look like they have a blue tint, we are having an intervention. I know, looking for a TV is a nightmare. You've got OLED, QLED, mini LED. It sounds like a bowl of alphabet soup. I've looked at the data, so you don't have to spend your weekend in a fluorescent-lit store being lied to by a teenager in a polo shirt. Here's what you actually need to buy before you commit to another year of watching everything on a glorified microwave screen. First up is the LG C50 LED. And honestly, this is the one. Last year, it launched at around $2,500, which is basically car down payment money, but right now, it's sitting on a massive sale. Like $1,300 off, and that suddenly changes everything. This is an OLED, so blacks are actually black, not that sad dark gray pretending to be black you get on cheaper panels. And if you game on a PS5 or Xbox, it's borderline unfair how good this thing is, with a 9.1 millisecond input delay that's faster than my reflex to close a tab when my boss walks by. The only real downside is that it skips an ATSC 3.0 tuner, so if you're still relying on an antenna for local broadcasts, you're out of luck. But for literally everyone else, this is peak TV performance without going fully unhinged on price. Now, if you're trying to keep things under $1,000, the Hisense U8QG is the move. This thing is bright, like pushing 3,000 nits bright. Bright enough that you could probably see it from space, or at least from across a sun-blasted living room with zero curtains. That insane brightness makes it perfect for rooms with lots of windows where OLEDs can struggle. But fair warning, the colors out of the box come in a little hot. So unless you want everyone on screen looking like they just walked out of a spray tan booth, you'll need to spend a few minutes dialing in the settings. And if your budget taps out under $500 but you still have standards, the TCL QM6K is the pick. Yes, it's plastic, and it definitely feels like a budget TV the moment you touch it. But once it's on, the picture punches way above its weight and has no business looking this good for the money. Just know this is not a sit-anywhere kind of TV. If you're parked on the side of the couch, the colors basically evaporate. So this is a main character setup. Perfect if you live alone, sit dead center, and fully commit to the viewing experience. We also have to talk about the Samsung S95F, because this thing has a genuine superpower. A matte, anti-glare coating that's an absolute lifesaver if you live in a house with 50 windows and you're tired of seeing your own reflection staring back at you during a dramatic movie scene. It handles bright rooms insanely well. But of course, there's some Samsung drama attached, because they still refuse to support Dolby Vision. Like they're locked in a petty feud with the rest of the industry, and we're all just collateral damage. And to make things extra fun, the menu system can feel like a bit of a maze until you learn your way around. Finally, for my friends who apparently won the lottery, the Sony Bravia 9 is for people who genuinely think they're a film director and want to see movies exactly the way they were color graded in the studio. The colors are absurdly accurate. The picture is basically reference level, and everything you watch suddenly feels more serious and artistic. But that kind of perfection comes at a cost, with pricing starting around $2,700, which is why this is less of a recommendation and more of a lifestyle choice. And then there's the LG G50 LED, where LG clearly decided to just show off. This TV is for people who want their screen to look like a piece of modern art glued to the wall, while still delivering near-perfect picture quality with insanely high brightness for an OLED and buttery smooth motion for gaming and sports. It's stunning. It's outrageously thin, and it's packed with LG's absolute best tech. But at roughly $3,000, you're fully in flex territory here, paying for performance and the fact that everyone who walks into your living room will notice it immediately. And if you're about to drop $1,000 on a screen, at least check the links in the description so you don't get the old model by mistake. And while you're down there, hit subscribe. We're really close to 1,000 subs.